Do you want to know whether Hostinger is easy to use? Or maybe it's your first time ever building a website? Either way, you came to the right place. I have a fresh Hostinger tutorial for you. First, we need to determine the plan that is best suited for your dream website. But if you don't have a super specific idea in mind, I always recommend going with the cheapest option, shared hosting. For your first website, it's likely your best bet. It's not only one of the most affordable options, but with my Hostinger coupon code, which you can find in the description or by scanning this QR code, it becomes even more budget friendly. Plus, on top of the low price, it includes a free domain for the first year. If we compare how much you get with Hostinger's most affordable plan and some other popular providers, the difference speaks for itself. Hostinger offers 100 websites and 100 gigabytes SSD, while Bluehost and Hostinger both limit you to just one website and 10 gigabytes SSD storage. Shared hosting proves ideal for small to medium-sized websites with medium traffic, enabling multiple users to host their sites on a single server. Not to worry, these servers have more than enough resources if you want a portfolio, a personal blog, or an online resume. It's also the preferred option for those learning or testing a site, offering cost effectiveness and user friendliness. Still, some performance slowdowns are inevitable. Hostinger offers a diverse range of plans for various needs while providing exceptional value. Despite its affordability, Hostinger prioritizes reliability and incorporates features like automatic backups, typically only available with pricier hosting providers. Every single plan here is WordPress optimized. It comes with pre-installed plugins for managing technical setups, updates, and security. Hostinger handles all technical aspects, letting you focus on growing your WordPress site. And if you need hosting for e-commerce or larger projects, you can always easily upgrade to a better plan. If you're seeking improved performance beyond what shared hosting offers but still want to keep costs reasonable, VPS hosting is your solution. This type of hosting divides a single physical server into multiple virtual ones, allocating dedicated VPS resources to individual users. This grants users full control over their portion of the server, enhancing flexibility and autonomy in managing their settings. VPS hosting is particularly suitable for larger websites such as e-commerce platforms or high-traffic blogs. That said, it's worth noting that managing a VPS can be more complex than shared hosting, as most VPS setups don't feature user-friendly control panels and require operation through code and consoles. Now, for seasoned professionals, there's cloud hosting, providing much more resources to one client. That wraps up the different types of website hosting plans. Okay, now that you have your plan in place, the next step in learning how to use Hostinger is to configure your domain. It's not overly complicated, but there are a few crucial considerations when selecting a domain name, as it's not something you can easily change later. If you buy Hostinger through our links from the description, you get a free domain. During registration, there will be an option to claim a free domain. There, you'll be able to check whether the desired domain is available. Now, if you already used your free option or didn't get the Hostinger plan with our discount, you'll have to go with the standard procedure. While you can acquire a domain name and hosting separately, the easiest route is to register through a web hosting provider that also acts as a domain name registrar. With Hostinger, you can do this directly on their website. Simply search for an available domain name, add it to your cart, and select the duration you'd like to purchase it for. Step 1 involves checking if your preferred name is available. Think about adding common keywords related to your brand or industry to your domain. You can also try using the Hostinger online tool to help you come up with ideas. In general, opting for .com is usually best. It adds credibility, and if users forget the exact domain, they often assume it ends in .com. But depending on your location or target market, you might also consider alternatives like .net or .eu. Once you've finished the registration and choosing your payment method, the domain registry will review your contact details, which might take a while. You'll eventually receive a verification request either through your hPanel dashboard or via email. If you don't receive confirmation within 24 hours from Hostinger, resend the request from hPanel to prevent delays. Waiting for more than 15 days could lead to temporary domain suspension by the registry. Alright, next let's see how to create a website and bring it online. For that, you can utilize a content management system or a website builder. The advantage of choosing Hostinger is that it offers both options within one plan. Their website builder is especially user-friendly. Its interface is intuitive, and there's help available every step of the way. By the way, if you prefer a different platform to build your website, that's perfectly fine too. With Hostinger, you're not restricted to their website builder. Hostinger has WordPress and many more CMSs you can utilize anytime. Okay, let me show you how to install WordPress. First, decide whether you want to start a new website or migrate an existing one. While we're focusing on a new project today, keep in mind that Hostinger offers easy and free transfers for Hostinger WordPress websites. For now, select Create a New Website. Then create a password and username for the admin account. I recommend using your email address as the username and utilizing the auto-generate feature to create a strong password. Next, choose your preferred website type. Even though it's optional, it can enhance your experience. I usually opt for business or portfolio. Hostinger also lets you choose between a default WordPress template and a more intriguing one. I recommend Astra for its versatility and modern design options. After that, select plugins for auto installation during setup. I recommend keeping Google Sitekit for unrestricted analytics. Other plugins are freemium, meaning that some of them will be free while more advanced ones will cost extra. You can install and remove them easily, accessing recommended ones anytime. Finally, click for an empty install, and you're done. Congratulations! Woohoo! Alright, back to it. Your website is finished, but there are a couple more things I want to show you. One of those is how to manage resource usage. To do that, go to Hosting and then click on this Manage button. There you'll see things like Use Storage or Inodes and can plan your hosting resources accordingly. Moreover, it can show whether your resources are being used efficiently. Another thing I want to show you is how to manage the newly created website settings. To get to those, go to Websites and click on the Dashboard button next to your website. There you can find plenty of helpful things like checking the performance of your website on desktop or mobile. It shows loading speeds, what might be slowing down your website, and gives tips on how to improve it. I really like that there's a malware scanner, which shows if any malware is detected on your website. Usually for this tool you have to pay extra, but Hostinger has it free of charge. There are more things like the WordPress dashboard, which includes an AI troubleshooter scanning for critical problems on your website. But the most useful thing for any beginner here must be that Hostinger checks whether all the installed plugins and themes are secure. If there's a problem, it says what it is, so you can also learn a thing or two along the way. You can also update themes and plugins. Sometimes it even fixes a security problem. There are more things to look at in the settings, but I've covered the most important ones to get you started. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about using Hostinger's website builder, check out my tutorial, which should be on your screen now. If this Hostinger guide is helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. We have plenty more hosting and website building guides and reviews for you to check out. And that's the gist of this Hostinger tutorial. It's a simple process. You only need to decide on the type of website you desire, pick the most suitable hosting plan, configure the domain, and lastly, either upload or craft your website. Drop a comment below if you're interested in additional tutorials on web hosting for beginners. Thanks for sticking around to the end of my Hostinger Beginner's Guide, and we'll catch up again soon.